YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about them Warriors. Ended up losing to the Houston Rockets because Steph missed a three that was so far away from the basket. It still got on rim though, but they didn't get it to go in, and he didn't get it to go in, so they lose 117 to 116. Good layup by Steph though. 36 and 42 is the Warriors record. They're 21 and 18 at home. They was at home in this game. And then the Rockets trying to get that 50th win next game since they won this one. They're 49 and 29 and 21 and 19 on the road. The Rockets won the season series 2-1 since they won this game. Every game they played against each other this season ended up being close. So that's something that people don't know, but now they do for that ones that don't. Golden State, they won the first quarter 31 to 26. They lost the second quarter 29 to 22. Third quarter was won by the Rockets 37 to 29. Fourth quarter won by the Warriors 34 to 25. Houston, they ended up having every single starter scoring double figures, led by Kevin Wayne Durant. He played 37 minutes, had 31 points. He just kept getting whatever he wanted. The dude kept making all the mid ranges. He was able to get some finishes at the rim, including dunk. He was able to hit spot up threes. They kept finding ways for him to get open. He did a good job of getting open too. And then he was knocking down the shots basically from three also. Got to the free throw line. He's a tough cover. He went 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds. He had 8 assists. You know they putting the ball more in his hands. Sometimes he sees a pass. Sometimes he sees a bucket that he can get. You know, that's how it can be. 3 turnovers, 3 blocks. The blocks was game high for the Rockets. He had 3 personal fouls and was a -4 and plus minus. And when they needed him to make clutch shots, he was able to get it done. And this one, Jabari Smith Jr. played good. 32 minutes, 23 points. He went 9 of 12 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3. He took some tough threes, but other than that, he found ways to get good looks. And then it was just about putting it in the basket. He was able to do that. Of course, he was able to score near the basket too. And he can do that, especially if you guard him too hard at the 3-point line or you find a way to lose him. He had 9 rebounds. The 9 rebounds was the most on the team. He had 1 assist and 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and he finished as a plus 15 and plus minus. You look at Alperen Sengun, he had a nice step in 3. Went 1 of 5 from 3. Other than that, though, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 10 of 19 from the field. He took the most field goals on the team, and he finished with 24 points. And he had a good game because he also had 7 assists and 6 rebounds and 2 blocks and 2 turnovers. They run a lot of their offense through him. They feel like he can do a lot for them, and obviously he can score in the paint. He's starting to get other shots to go his way too. He's working on his game, you can tell, and he was a big player for them tonight. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -1 and plus minus. Amen Thompson, 39 minutes. He had 18 points. He went 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. I didn't really have a problem with his game because he did what he normally does, and that's attack the basket and use that athleticism to get the room in the space or even get near the basket. Then obviously he can play in transition and off the ball and just make correct reads if you're trying to take something away or he finds somebody open by keeping his head up and looking for the pass. He sometimes used to dribble and see what's going to happen before he even attacks the basket. He had 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a +2 and plus minus. Reed Shepherd, 26 minutes, 11 points. He went 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. I liked the way he was scoring in this one. He didn't take a lot of shots, but he found ways to take high percentage ones. That's all you can really want if you're going to be a support player. 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. The 2 steals ended up being the most on the team. We know he can do that, and he did it again in this one. No personal fouls in the +10 and plus minus. Jayshawn Tate played 11 minutes. He missed his only shot, but he still got 2 boards and the assists, no turnovers. All his rebounds were offensive. He had no personal fouls and was a -2 and plus minus. Tari Eason, 19 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 9 from the field and 0 of 4 from 3. So he ended up missing a lot of shots. That's been one of the worst parts of the season for him, is his ability to make shots. Sometimes you can, sometimes you just can't. And he does have stretches where he doesn't shoot the ball that well. He did have 4 rebounds and ended up being the most off the bench. He had 1 turnover in the steal. The one steal was the most off the bench. He had one offensive rebound, two personal fouls, and was a -4 and plus minus. Clint Capella, 4 minutes. He ended up having 2 rebounds, no turnovers, one offensive board, no personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. Aaron Holiday got free for 3 threes, but he only went 2 of 3 from three. He had 2 rebounds and 4 assists. The 4 assists ended up being the most off the bench. He had one turnover in the block. The block was the most off the bench. He had one offensive rebound, one personal foul, was a -4 and plus minus. Josh Okogie, 12 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 boards and a turnover. He had one personal foul and was a -7 and plus minus. And you look at the Golden State Warriors, they was down big in this one. They figured out a way to get back in it. They had the last shot, which means they could have won it. So that was a game where it went down to the wire. They put themselves in a position to win. That's all you can do, but they did not come out victorious, and that's the part that sucks for them. Draymond Green for the Warriors played 34 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from three. He had 6 rebounds, but he didn't score a lot, but he found other people that could score a lot. So he finished with 12 assists, just being at the right spot, waiting for guys to get open, waiting for guys to find a way to get open was all he needed them to do. He said, I'll find you. I'm looking for you. I prefer to pass and I prefer to score. He's been doing that the entire season. So this was a good game for him to be able to do that. He had one turnover in the steal. He did have 5 personal fouls. Guys were just going right at him. They wanted to put the ball in the basket on him or go through him. He had to try to defend his ground. Didn't really work for the ref perspective. You still got to do it legally. They didn't feel like he was, so he got a lot of personal fouls. He had one offensive rebound. Guy Santos played 32 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 5 of 15 from the field, 2 of 8 from three. He also went 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. He is a guy that's going to what the defense gives him. If they give him a 3, he'll take it. If he can get himself close to the rim, he's going to try to grab it and throw it up. Didn't work as well in this one, but at least he tried to score, and the situations was decent looks. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, was a -3 and plus minus. Porzingis left. You wanted more. If you want me to be honest, he only had 9 points in 23 minutes. He went 3 of 9 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He had also shot 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Missed a lot of good looks, and that's the part that sucks the most. Other than that, he had 8 rebounds and 3 assists and no turnovers. He did foul out. Also, Şengün and those guys was attacking him. He's a shot blocker, so of course he's going to go for the block or the contest. And if you do that, you can get in foul trouble, obviously. He was a -10 and plus minus. DeAnthony Melton also didn't do much. He played 23 minutes. He had 6 points. He only went 2 of 4 from the field. He took 4 threes, made half of them. Other than that, that was it. And then he had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover in the block. Those numbers was good, especially the amount of minutes he played. But he also had 1 offensive rebound, no personal foul, was a -7 and plus minus. Then Brandon Podziemski played 37 minutes. He was able to get to the basket, and he was able to give you 18 points and went 7 of 11 from the field. Made some threes. That was wide open. He missed a couple too. Went 2 of 6 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers in the steal. No personal fouls and was a -2 and plus minus. Charles Bassey had some nice blocks on Şengün. He finished with 2. He had 5 points in 10 minutes. He went 2 of 2 from the field and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So he was able to give you a little scoring too. He also had the most rebounds off the bench with 4, and he actually had an assist and a turnover. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a -2 and plus minus. Wardell Stephen Curry played 26 minutes. He had 29. No shot there. They had to get somebody that can create and score. And he was creating and scoring, and a lot of it he was doing for himself. And some of these shots he was making was so difficult. But he still went 11 of 21 from the field and 5 of 10 from 3. He also went 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 4 assists. 4 assists ended up being the most on the team off the bench. And then he had 1 turnover in the steal, 1 personal foul, and was a +12 and plus minus. He just kept scoring. He just kept attacking. You could not deny this guy tonight. And when he missed that last shot, you thought that was going in because the shots he was making all night was just crazy throughout this game. If you like jump shooting and you like 3-point shooting, this definitely was a classic for you if you're a fan of that type of style, especially because both teams did it real well in this game. Steph Curry, 13 minutes. He had 6 points. It was good to see Steph and Steph both play. 1 of 3 from the 3-point line for him. And he also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. All his attempts from the field was threes. So he only had one shot made because of that. He had one turnover in the steal, no personal fouls, and was a +6 and plus minus. Gary Payton, the second, 25 minutes, 14 points. He went 6 of 11 from the field and 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He made some layups and some finishes around the basket. Couldn't make his threes, but he did have 3 rebounds and 2 assists with no turnovers. And 2 of his rebounds was offensive out of the 3. He had 3 personal fouls. It was a -3 and plus minus. Platt Spencer played 12 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound and 3 assists. No turnovers in the steal. No personal fouls, and he was a +10 and plus minus. He was spot scoring. He missed some easy ones, but he also made some too. And then Will Richard played 6 minutes. He had 1 assist, no turnover, no personal fouls, and was a -12 and plus minus. Both teams shot 50%. The Warriors shot 50% on the dot. They also took 84 field goals. The Rockets shot above. They shot 55%, and they only took 80 field goals. 43 taken by the Warriors, 35%. 29 for the Rockets, 45%. 19 free throws for the Rockets, 84% for them. 20 free throws for the Warriors, 90%. And then 32 rebounds for the Warriors, 38 for the Rockets. 34 assists for the Warriors, 30 for the Rockets. 10 turnovers for the Warriors, 13 for the Rockets. 7 steals for the Warriors, 4 for the Rockets. 3 blocks for the Warriors, 7 for the Rockets. 7 offensive rebounds for the Warriors, 8 for the Rockets. 25 defensive rebounds for the Warriors, 30 for the Rockets. And then 19 personal fouls for the Warriors, 16 for the Rockets. And it ended up being a very fun, competitive game down the stretch. And both teams just kept playing well. Both teams kept making tough shots. Both teams was pushing each other to give us great performances from the best players and from the support players. So not too much you could ask for, but a little bit more defense. And even when they was playing defense, the guys were making the tough ones anyway. And that's how the game can be when you have two teams that have guys that is capable of doing so. So I like what I seen. I like what I was able to watch. This was definitely one of the best games tonight. You can say it was the game of the night, depending on what type of style of basketball you like watching. And Steph and KD showed up. They showed up and showed out. And it was just good to see them teammates help them out to make this a good game to watch, even for that perspective of seeing it too. So other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share it, the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.